Welcome everybody to the K&B Music Den. I'm Brad.
And I'm Keith.
Here again to do our You Gotta Hear This episode.
Yeah.
Last time we did Libertines and... Oh, what was the other one?
Thrice?
That's right.
Yeah.
You would have been,
Yeah.
I had to check this last time you forgot. So this week, we each had to pick one for each other. Keith got to do Good by Morphine.
Yes, and I chose for Brad local favorites here from central Pennsylvania. Suddenly Tammy, We Get There When We Do.
Perfect. You want to start or should I?
Why don't I start?
Okay.
So let's talk about Morphine.
All right.
So you gave me this album.
Mm-hmm.
This very unique album.
It is.
And I will tell you, when I first heard the album, I was like, I appreciate that it's different, but I'm not sure if this is for me.
Okay.
Second time I heard the album, won me over. Won me over, folks. Now, you had mentioned to me before I listened to it that it was just drums, bass, and saxophone, and that the bass player is the lead singer.
Yes.
Okay. So I was intrigued by that, being a bass player for so many years myself. And, you know, again, going back to the first listen, second listen for me, after the first listen, I had some critiques, and I was thinking, well, this and well, that. And then the second time I listened to it, I really just let it take me, over, take me to where they were and are for this album, and not have such a critical brain on, which I know this is what we do for this, but
it is, yeah.
I just wanted to enjoy it as a piece of music. To me, I know people a lot of times use the word art rock. I mean, I would think this is kind of like art rock.
Sure.
And I know you're into some stuff that, not that I'm necessarily not into, but let's say you're more into stuff.
Yes.
And I don't want to say I'm not into the Smiths because I like them, but you really know them, and Morrissey and stuff. Where I have more of a surface knowledge, which I'm hoping to work on, actually. Now, I will say that when I was listening to this, even the second time, and this is the critique brain, but I thought to myself, and maybe, Morphine fans, maybe they did do this on other albums or even one album, and you're like, well, they already did that, dummy. But I thought if they had the bass, drums, saxophone lineup and threw a piano in there. Now, again, it wouldn't make it as unique, but at least it's not the standard guitar that you would assume would be in there. I just kept hearing in some of the spaces, which the space is a lot of what's cool about this album, but I kept hearing little, and nothing super over the top, but little piano flourishes and little chords filling in the spaces. I think that would have taken us to a whole other level. But as it is, really great. Now, I've said this before about vocalists, and I'm going to say it again, like I've said it about Joseph Arthur and someone else, which maybe I'll remember as we go here, or you'll remember.
Oh, sure.
But, Placebo, where I cannot picture anyone else but this singer doing these words. And again, like with Joseph Arthur, not one of these, 5-octave range is going to blow your mind with their vocal prowess, but just the character, the style, the tone of the voice fits the music perfectly. And again, on the first listen, I was like, the voice is okay, But then that second and actually third listen by now, to be honest, really won me over. These are the kind of albums, and I'm glad that Brad picks these for me and for you guys to check out too. These are the kind of albums that I wouldn't necessarily seek out. Or if I heard one song, and it wouldn't necessarily be like, I'm going to listen to this whole thing. But now that we're forced to do this, for You Gotta Hear This, I love doing this stuff because it's a bit out of my wheelhouse, and he knows that. I think that's why he's picking these. I hope maybe I did the same in this episode. We'll see soon for him. But let's see. Now, you know this album well. So well, first of all, I want to say, in parts of this album, it does to me, and this goes back to the art rock thing, it kind of sounds like beat poetry put to music.
Sure.
Very unique, very mesmerizing, I must say. And for me, I don't know about you, now you're so familiar with it now, but just being a newbie to this album by Morphine called Good, with each subsequent listen, and actually even just as the further you get into the album, several tracks in, you start to really forget that there's no guitar. You forget that there's no piano. And it's doing what it's doing, and it just grabs you and takes you along for the ride. Is that fair?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, how did you get into these guys? How did you discover
them? Same as I always do, just digging around music. And I have certain albums where doing home chores, like you don't want to listen to metal while you're doing the dishes. So there's certain albums I have set aside just for, I'm doing dishes, I'm vacuuming, I'm cleaning. This is one of them. I just put it on. Yeah. And it just fills the space beautifully for me.
Yeah. Nice cover, too.
Yeah. For me, this has just always been my... Like last night, I sat and actually put it on in my AirPods and laid in bed. Yeah. And I thought, man, this is just a peaceful album. I thoroughly enjoy it. But again, we definitely have different tastes. That's why we throw these things at each other to try to push the envelope and see what we think. So
see, he listened to it last night and he was thinking, man, I gave him such a great album. I'm so good at YouTubing. I'm so good at YouTubing. That's what he was thinking when he was laying there. I know him. No. Yeah, I mean, this is, I think, mainly the things I want to say. Now, we do try to usually say what were some of our favorite songs. And being so well versed in this album as you are, Sir Brad, I'm going to tell you that the opening track, Good, and the title track I thought was fantastic. Okay. And you know, man, one of my favorite songs on this album is You Speak About Language. It's so good. So good. And then my other favorite, if I had to pick only 3, which is what we try to stick to. And by the way, there's 13 tracks on this album, but the whole album is only like just under 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's short.
Lots of quick songs for the most part.
What did you think of the saddest song? Track 2. That one has been stuck in my head for a week.
I'm trying to place it now. It's so new to me,
I let you go. That biggest fear. That you bit me in my sleep. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
It's just...
That's good.
That plays,
Very good. Yeah. We don't get him to sing often, so...
No, that's
rewind
right.
that.
Don't.
Or don't.
Yeah.
But my third favorite, that is a good one. You may be surprised by this, is Test Tube Baby / Shooting Them Down. Yep. It's just, I don't know, it's a really cool rhythm that starts with and all. But yeah, Morphine, the album's called Good. Now, this is kind of in the middle of their discography?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think really the album that most people would push on people is A Cure for the Pain. Okay. So that might be the next, if you want to check another album out, that's the way to go.
Yeah, I think I will.
But this has been my favorite. So I seen it pop up at a record store and had to grab it. I was shocked just to see it sitting there.
Yeah, Music on Vinyl repress. They've been doing a ton of stuff from the 90s. And when was this from? I had it in my notes at one point. Oh, wait, let's see if I can read this.
Tiny print.
Oh,
Tiny print.
93? Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, yeah, folks, I would definitely check this out. Very unique, but not off-putting or, it's not like I can't listen to this. It's so unique, at least for me. So there you go, Morphine. And let's shift gears. Turn it over to Brad and tell me what you thought. I love this album so much. I hope you don't break my heart here, but go ahead.
Well, first, how do you say this name?
Suddenly Tammy.
But there's an exclamation point.
Suddenly Tammy.
Suddenly, I don't know.
Suddenly, comma Tammy.
So I thought about that a lot. I don't know why.
No, that's a good point the way it's written.
But yes,
people just said Suddenly Tammy or say, back in the day. But
now I'm not surprised I get an album like this from Keith. He is a musician. He's been in the Lancaster area doing a lot of stuff, and this is a Lancaster County, Pennsylvania band.
Oh yes,
there's not a ton of them that have a whole lot of success. So.
That's true. I can. Let me tell you about that.
Unfortunately,
I could do a whole video on that.
Yeah, there's
I'll be crying.
Bands, so it's a shame. But yeah, absolutely. This is a great record. I mean, not only is it a Lancaster County record, but it's a great record.
Yeah.
Number one thing I would say for me, and I think you may have this problem too, I don't have enough female musicians in my catalog.
Bingo.
Okay. I would say, I don't know how many records I own, but it's thousands. Thousands. And I could say right now, with female vocalists, there's probably only 5 to 10. That's
albums.
Not bad.
Or artists. I was going to say,
but just artists. I can name them right off the top of my head, the ones that are, because it's just like, I got Fleetwood Mac, Amy Mann, Tori Amos.
Sarah McLachlan?
No.
Melissa Etheridge?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there's
Sheryl Crow?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but I need to get more, so
Alanis Morissette, I know.
I do love Alanis Morissette.
And what about Fiona Apple?
Her newest album is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't own it, but it's fantastic. So that's the number one thing for me is that this album made me think I need to start really checking out female musicians because there's some great stuff, and I'm just not exposed to it enough. So in the comments, throw out your favorite female musicians. I'll listen to them because I need to start getting some.
Well, Joni Mitchell.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, the classic.
That's obvious. But
yeah, Emmylou Harris is another one for me. But
yeah,
but I mean, still, it's in comparison to guy-led bands, it's insanely 1% maybe.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I have more now that I'm hearing what you're saying. I have more females than I thought I did, but I still don't have enough, and I've been thinking about that too.
Yeah.
Speaking of females, Beth Sorrentino is the lead singer and piano player for this band. Again, just a trio: piano, bass, and drums. And incidentally, her brother Jay Sorrentino is the drummer of this band. And I actually got to work with Jay. I was in a band years ago, and we did an EP with him at his studio, and he produced it and recorded it for us. Great guy. Jay's a great guy. So hopefully I'll pass this along to him, this video, and hopefully he watches it.
He should.
Yeah.
But
tell me more
about
those
this album. That you discussed. The third guy, I think, is really probably the one that's underrated on this album.
You're right.
Ken Hellmuller. Is that his name?
Ken Hellmuller.
Oh, my gosh. The bass, especially there's one song on here, I think called Funky.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like, I've seen the title of, this is going to be a corny song, like, Funky, but it's great.
Oh, yeah.
The bass on it. I mean, his bass throughout this album is fantastic. It does, like he said with Morphine, where there's not many instruments on the album, but you don't need them.
Yeah.
It's very filled up.
Absolutely.
The sound is, it sounds like a 5-piece on there. Her vocals are great. I mean, I very much felt like this sounds, again, like a very 90s album to me, and I know it's, what year was this?
Oh, geez. I know it's 90s. Let's see. I think it's early. Oh, well, maybe mid. 95.
Okay. You could definitely hear a song on here being on Friends, the TV show. Like, it has a great, her voice is fantastic.
Yeah.
Which I see she's still working.
Yeah.
She's in Brooklyn now.
Yep, she's been doing
solo stuff. I see she moved to LA, then to Brooklyn. She's been all over. But
fantastic piano player.
Oh gosh, yeah, amazing.
I would go see them at the Chameleon Club here in Lancaster. Back when it was, and they would pack the place, and there was a buzz because they got signed to Warner Brothers, and everybody was
yeah.
But such nice, down to earth people, and man, the sound that just the three people on stage, the way they grabbed the audience, and her voice.
Oh yeah. God. Yeah. So I mean, for me, there was a couple of tracks that really stood out. Get Off the Ground, of course.
Oh yeah,
fantastic. Mark of Man was very unique.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, really cool track. Honestly, there wasn't a whole lot on this album that I would thought was filler or extra. Everything on here was really well done.
Yeah.
Really well put together.
I'm glad
I could see why they got signed. I mean, it was something that if it hit the right audience, right, one of the songs hit the right radio station, could have been really big.
Yeah. Well, the opening track, Hard Lesson, did have a video. It was on MTV for a little while. Maybe, I don't know if it was on 120 Minutes.
Okay, that's funny because I looked them up and I didn't even see the video pop up.
Oh, okay.
So that's but
they're actually they're on a school bus for the video. Which
that makes sense.
Goes back to the back cover. You see them there. Yeah.
So I mean, I would definitely check this album out. The way I'm looking at it is if I see any of the records in the stores, I'm just going to pick them up.
Yeah, they don't have a lot.
What did they have? 2 or 3?
They had, I believe it was self-titled before this one.
Okay.
Maybe like an EP too, and then this is the big one. And then they put out an album after this called Comet.
Oh, I didn't.
And I think the story goes, correct me if I'm wrong, Suddenly Tammy fans in the comments, because I'm going to post this to the fan page. I believe what happened was they recorded Comet, and then Warner Brothers released them from their contract. So at that time, it didn't get released.
Okay.
And then later on, they self-released it. I don't know if I have all those details right, but Comet is a great album too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense then.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, overall, it's a fantastic album. I mean...
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I can say this with confidence. There is not an album with a female lead vocalist I've listened to more in my life than this album.
Wow.
It's not even close.
Joni Mitchell?
Yeah, as far as like how many multiple listens over the years. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. Part of that is because I knew
now,
the guy
help me out,
and stuff.
But by the 3rd or 4th track, her voice reminds me of someone's voice. And I kept grabbing for it. I couldn't find it. So if anybody else out there, or you, her voice is a great voice.
It's not Lisa Loeb, is it?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I might have to go back and listen to her and see if that is.
I mean, I see a little bit of comparison.
Because it's got a... Oh, man. But it's great. It's a great voice.
It's
nice. It's a pleasurable listen, but it does sound like somebody. I went, man, this sounds like the 90s, and it sounds like somebody I know.
I don't even know how to describe her voice. I want to say soft, but not meaning power of the vocal, like just intense and purposeful and honestly just beautiful.
Yeah. No, it's a wonderful
beautiful.
Listen.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you do see this out, grab it. I would absolutely.
Oh yeah, this. I mean, yeah. If I woke up tomorrow and someone had stolen this out of my collection, I would run and try to find a physical copy anywhere I could, even though it would probably be a little hard right now. Or I could just call the drummer and ask him, hey Jay, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I need it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, every word, every note I know so well, just because, like I said, I've listened to it so much over the years, starting in the 90s. So,
any word on what Ken did after the band? Because man, he's fantastic.
He is fantastic. I thought he got into, you know what, I'm not sure.
He's not going to go there, okay.
Something with music. I felt like I'd heard he was doing some composing.
Okay.
Like, I want to say for like films, but I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
But he easily could. Good. He's so talented. So good. I'm glad you mentioned him. Cause everybody talks about, because they're
the brother sister. But as soon as I listened to him, I was like, man, that other guy.
Yeah, his playing and even just the tone and the way they recorded the bass on this album is
fantastic.
Yeah, and like you said, it's only 3 instruments, so they've got to be tight and good.
Oh, and they are.
But River Run, remember that's
fantastic. Like I said, there wasn't any that stood out as a problem. But yeah, Funky, Hard Lesson,
Bound Together,
they're all If you get the album, you will be very happy with it.
Oh, it's so good.
Listen to it, stream it. It's fantastic.
I'm so glad you love this album because it's an extremely special album in my collection. Extremely special. So, Jake, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I hope you're doing well, and I hope you enjoyed this video because I'm going to send it to you, and I'm going to have you send it to Beth and Ken. So, I guess we should probably...
Yeah, we're going to have to pick our next week's albums.
What do you got for me, Brad?
Well, I couldn't figure out what I wanted for you.
Well, how do I know what to listen to?
So I grabbed a bag, and you're just going to reach in, and it's going to be like a... What do you call it? A roulette or Russian roulette?
Oh, Russian roulette.
Grab bag. So go ahead and reach in and pull out your next week's album.
Wow. It's kind of nice. I control my own fate here.
You do. Whatever you pick's your fault.
It's my fault.
Oh, the both.
I have no idea what this is, so that's good.
That is Amy Mann and Ted Leo.
Oh.
They are doing some double albums.
Yeah.
So that is going to be your weekly listen.
Now, Volunteers of America, is that the cover?
Yeah.
Jefferson Airplane?
Yeah, I believe that one is. I mean, the whole album, like I said, it's going to be...
Now, it's not all covers, is it?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Because I would not listen to that. for a review.
No.
I just don't. Yeah, I would toss it right back in the bag. No, but, I'm a little familiar with Ted Leo. I like Amy Mann, not as familiar as I should be with Amy Mann. Again, going back to our female artist thing. So, this is a perfect thing for me to do. All right, the both. Is it self-titled?
It is.
All right.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this one. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have you control your own fate. I'm going to control your fate.
That's fine.
Because I'm saying you got to hear this to you, and I'm going to tell you what to hear. So, I don't know why I did all that, but...
I don't know.
Why do I do a lot of things, Brad?
It's the way it is.
So, I have to give a shout-out, and I'll probably do it again when we do the video for these reviews, to my dear friend Andrew Freeze. Remember him from the Canvas Plan?
Yep.
So he got me into this album, and I thank him because it's so good. And I know I bugged Brad about this, but I'm pretty sure, you let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't really know this album.
No.
So why don't I show it to you?
Well, you tell me all the time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because every time I say, and he's like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
But let's check for sure. The Snake, the Cross, the Crown. Remember that band I was talking about?
I know the name.
Okay, and the CD is called, the album, CD also, it's called Cotton Teeth.
You told me about this album.
But you don't know it?
No.
I'm glad, because that's your pick.
You told me about this quite a few years ago, too.
This was from 2007. Okay. The Snake, the Cross, the Crown.
Okay.
And just for your knowledge, folks, a lot of people assumed and would ask these guys, oh, are you a Christian band? Because it says the Cross. Actually, the lead singer's dad worked for what's that car? Alfa Romeo or something?
Oh,
where the logo is the snake around the cross and there's a crown. I think it's Alfa Romeo.
Is that why it's named? Okay.
So that's why they named their band The Snake, the Cross, the Crown. Pretty cool.
Okay.
these guys, and we'll talk about it in the next video, but there's a documentary that is absolutely fantastic about this band.
Are they still making music?
No, they've been out of the scene for many years, and I'm clamoring. I'm just praying that they get back together and do something else. I think they kind of went into different camps and did other, like the one singer. I think he's doing more music still, but this is a one-off master. Well, they have like 2 or 3 albums, I think, but like this is just an absolute masterpiece. So The Snake, The Cross, The Crown is the name of the band. The album's called Cotton Teeth. So Brad's going to listen to this for the next You Gotta Hear This episode. I'm going to listen to the self-titled The Both, which is Amy Mann and Ted Leo. So folks, listen along with us so you're ready to make your comments for the next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and check out Morphine and Suddenly Tammy. Let us know what you think in the comments. As we always like to say, please like the video, share it on social media, smash that bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time we drop a new video. And please, please, please subscribe to our channel. So for Brad, I am Keith. This is K&B Music Den. You got to hear this. You got to hear that. Check it all out and let us know what you think in the comments. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support. Take care.
See ya.